So someone asked, what skills do I need to develop to be successful in a manufacturing career beyond just the academic stuff like teamwork or solving skills?
I was amplifying what Michelle was saying about getting out there and getting involved in internships, talking to your peers and your counselors and your teachers. Going to your community colleges is a great suggestion. Learning how many manufacturers are in your region and what kind of industries that they're in. All of these are good options. There's chambers of commerce. The Oftentimes the state government has departments of commerce and like Kelley was saying, every state in the union has a group called this Manufacturing Extension Partnership. They all have websites, they all have different labels and stuff like that. But you can get connected to that to see who's in your region. And so, yeah, it's back to that systems leadership thing: is getting out of your silo. Take action, build experiences, and try different things. Right? You're not going to like hit exactly what you want to do right off the bat. I mean, maybe you will, but it's a big field, and it's not just the manufacturers. I should say this, Olivia. It includes what we call the ecosystem of support around manufacturing, and so we need a lot of smart people and bringing the best science to creating new products that solve problems, in society, like Kelley described with more sustainable aviation. That's cool, but that whole ecosystem around manufacturers like that is important, and that includes the workforce and supply chain support and the incubators and capital access providers. Like, you can be in a career in finance, for example, but financing companies that are going to solve problems. So there's a lot of angles that you can come into this work, and so I think keep that in mind as you explore, and but just don't give up. It's going to require persistence and teamwork. I think that's a big thing. So trying stuff like what Olivia's doing, joining the Subortus Project, is a good way to start to build that muscle, that you're going to need to become a systems leader over time. Yeah.
I'd say that manufacturing as a business is a very open place for finding new steps in your career and trying lots of things relative to other careers. So I didn't conceive of that early on until I experienced it, but I think it's pretty true.
Is there any resource available to help me figure out what type of manufacturing might be right for me?
My best recommendation is where is your local community college? And then go on their website, look at academic programs, and also see some of their offerings. I would say off the bat, mechatronics, which is a combination of like robotics and kind of mechanical engineering. It's a really vibrant field. People in the Midwest or in Arizona, semiconductor is becoming such a really vibrant career, particularly in semiconductor technician. So I put some in the chat, but also you may want to go to your local community college, their website, go to academic programs and look for programs like welding, manufacturing technology, robotics, industrial maintenance. And usually the cool thing about your local community college website too, they'll tell you how much you'll make per hour based in that local community. And so you can see the wages which you would start at and how you can move up. So that would be my best bet. But I did put some in the chat nationally, but you want to think about your local area.
How does what we learn in environmental science class relate to manufacturing? How are companies making things more eco-friendly?
Companies are tackling this from the point of view of their product development and how to make that process more efficient. And that's where agile practices are coming into play, for example. So if you design and learn from the customer early in the process, for example, you don't get all the way to production, throw away 200,000 of something and then start over in the design process. You start and learn early with foam models or something, so that by the time you get to production, that it's what the the customer or the market needs or wants, so that it's efficient and you're not wasting things. All the way to things like we're doing now. We partner with industrial assessment centers. So we have one here at the University of Washington, and there's a good amount of money available for companies to walk through their business and upgrade their lighting, their heating, look at, and we walk through with these teams to identify other ways that, maybe they can turn off equipment that they leave running all the time, or organize things differently, purchase, swap out equipment that way. As well as if they're relocating and building, I see a lot of businesses keeping this in mind and trying to make their whole facilities efficient from the start.
High schoolers thinking, oh God, there's all these, crises like the climate crises. I'd love to play a role in that. Manufacturing is front and center on that. I mean, we're making progress, in transportation. We're making progress on reducing greenhouse gases in the energy sector. Manufacturing, by some accounts, is around a third of our greenhouse gas reduction challenge, and we're not making enough progress there. So if you want to have a meaningful role and meaningful work that helps reduce our, the greenhouse gas emissions and lead the world in that area, manufacturing is front and center. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's not only on the production side, but the recycling and life cycle side of things. So what do you, thinking about what do you do with these after 10 years, whatever it is, and efficient and really novel, amazing new technology to take care of those things.
Can high school students get internships or part-time jobs in manufacturing? How do I find those opportunities, and what would I be doing?
You want to look at your community colleges, technical schools. Also, too, another idea is just go for it. If there are any manufacturing plants in your local area, there's no harm in just going up and just seeing, are they offering any summer internships, or do they have any youth-focused internships? If anyone wants to email me based on where you live, I'm happy to work with you to see if opportunities are there. I may can help more one-on-one, but for sure, I know of opportunities in Chicago. I just put the apprenticeship website in here. There's opportunities in Baltimore. So depending where you live, I'm happy to help you find some in your local area.
I think too, it would be nice to ask school counselors and people at your local schools about that, because the more that we can build connections through the counseling program with the manufacturing community, that's great as well.
Bring the information back to those counselors and mentors and stuff like that. It's a lot, they're busy people, and they might not be on the cutting edge of what we're talking about on this webinar today. And so you can help educate them. Say, hey, I'm interested in this zone, and this is what I found. I got connected to the Subortus Project and AMCC and all these other leaders. How can I learn more? And so maybe together you all can do it for your own, your whole school, right?